The last thing we really want is someone that's going to sit in our organisation stagnant and not really develop their skills. We're looking for people that are progressive and want to learn and want to be part of our organisational culture. Okay, so you're hiring an in-house marketer for your organisation. You've got the CVs, you've maybe picked out the 5 or 6 people that tick the boxes in terms of skill set, experience, they look good on paper. Now you're ready to do the interview. But something's bothering you. You've got the skills, they've got the experience, but how do we know? How will we be able to figure out that this person's going to be a fit for our organisation? And the kind of things that might be on your mind are things like, well, are they self-aware? Can they take feedback and criticism? Do they have a thirst for learning in terms of marketing and sales and social media? How do we know they're keeping their skills up to date? How do we know that they are adaptable to change? Because that's what happens in organisations like yours and like mine as well. We need people that can adapt to change. In other words, how can we make sure that they're a true fit? You're spending all this time and money and effort and resources on trying to find the right person for your organisation. Let's make that extra effort to make sure that they are going to be a good fit. So here are a few extra questions that you can add into your interview process. They're going to help you to judge their character, to get a feel for their self-awareness, get a feel for how capable they are of taking feedback, and to make sure ultimately that it's going to be a fit for you, and ultimately to make the organisation a success. So I have 3 question examples for you. The first line of questioning is all really around personal development and their thirst for learning. Most keen marketers will be doing some sort of certification, some courses, reading books, going to conferences. Generally speaking, they'll be doing something to keep their marketing skills fresh and to keep up with marketing trends as well. And that's something that we need to figure out. We want to know what their thirst for learning is like. So you might want to ask them something like, can you give me an example of the courses or any learning that you're doing in your spare time to keep up with marketing trends and to keep your marketing skills fresh? That's going to give you a feel for how this person is going to develop over the years that they work for you. The last thing we really want is someone that's going to sit in our organisation stagnant and not really develop their skills. We're looking for people that are progressive and want to learn and want to be part of our organisational culture. The second line of questioning is all around their character and self-awareness. And one of the best ways to find out how self-aware someone is to ask them about the mistakes that they've made in the past, perhaps around some project that they've worked on or something that they've been part of or executed on. Any mistakes that they've made and how self-aware they are of those mistakes and how they've used that learning experience to make progress and to improve as a marketer. So your line of questioning might be around something like, tell me about a time when you've made a mistake in the past, what that mistake was, and how you learned from that mistake and how you've used that to become a better marketer. And the final example I have for you today is all about how they handle feedback. Now, one of the challenges that we have as leaders in companies today is when we're hiring people, for some reason, people struggle to accept feedback. Now, how can we assess how great someone is at taking on feedback and criticism and direction from you as a leader? That's a question that we need to ask. That's something that we need to find out more about someone. You may want to ask them to share with you a story about a time where they received some feedback or some criticism about something that they worked on in the organisation. Not only that, but how they handled that feedback, how they took that on board, and also how they took responsibility for it as well. So ask them to share with you something around that, and that will also give you a feel for how they're going to fit into your organisation. And that's what these questions are really all about, to help you to dig a little bit deeper, go beyond the CV, go beyond the skills and the experience, and try and find out a little bit more about their character, their self-awareness, and ultimately, will they fit into our organisation? Will we be able to work together? Can we make this a success? As always, I'd love to know what is on your mind. Jump into the comments section with your thoughts, your ideas, and I'll catch you in there. Don't forget to be awesome.